up, everybody? This is the JFK with something a little bit different today. I've been kind of thinking lately, and especially since I'm new to Town Hall 10 and 11 attacking, I wanted to start maybe not necessarily a series, but anytime I see an attack with some great fundamentals, some great scouting, and just something that's very good for entry-level Town Hall 10, 11 players to take into account as well. I will be posting just kind of like a diagram and going through the scouting method, breaking down the attack, and then we'll be playing the attack. So as long as that is well received and everyone seems to enjoy it, we'll keep doing it. So this attack was done by Drogon, or Levi as I will be referring to him in the video. And this is a hog-based attack. So I know hogging is kind of bread and butter at Town Hall 9, but then at Town Hall 10 it gets kind of thrown out the window, and then everybody learns how to Laloon, or you get frustrated and you can't Laloon and you quit the game. So I am here to tell you, do not be discouraged, because there is a way to hog even a maxed Town Hall 10 base, which this is practically. I think there's only one archer tower in here, actually. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's not maxed. So this is virtually a max Town Hall 10. Walls are a little bit lower, but as far as all the point defenses and splash damage, all very heavy. You've got some mid-level 20 royals in here too, so they're not max, but still it's definitely a competent base. But this is a base that you're probably going to see in your farming wars. We see this base pop up every few wars when we're not warring an active TWC or a clan that runs consistent anti 3-star bases against us. So very common anti 2-star base. So hopefully you will be able to use what you just kind of learned in this vid, and if you want to tweak it a little bit or do the same thing, that's totally fine too. So when we break this base down, there are kind of 4 things or 4 components for like the Town Hall 10 attack that you really want to think about, and there's only one extra component from Town Hall 9. So the first thing that we kind of think about when hogging is, and it doesn't necessarily matter the order, is the first one is, okay, what am I going to do with the CC? How am I going to handle the CC? That's always going to be a priority. 2, how am I going to handle the Archer Queen? And 3, how am I going to handle the Great Bomb? So at Town Hall 9, that's always going to come up. You're going to have to answer all those questions when you plan your raid. Now for Town Hall 10, what's added is, how do I deal with the discos or the Inferno Towers or the ITs, whatever you like to call them. So that is something else that's really increased the difficulty about 100 times in Town Hall 10 from Town Hall 9, figuring out how to deal with those 2 Inferno Towers. So just a quick scout on this base to give you an idea what Levi was looking at. So when he looks at it, it's super compact, and he also sees that, okay, I've got an empty spot here, empty spot here, here, here. So pretty much southeast, northeast, northwest, and southwest as well. So he looks at these spots and he's just, I mean, he's got to figure, okay, so that's where the Teslas and that's where the bombs are. Since Town Hall 10 you can build an extra bomb, this guy's probably got a bomb somewhere outside in a pointless spot, and he's just hoping that someone's going to hit it. Yeah, so that's kind of what he was looking at, and then he's kind of thinking about, okay, so I know where the bombs, I know where the traps are, or less. How do I want to come in, and what's the best angle to come at the Queen, the CC, and these Infernos? Now he chose to come from the east over here in this direction, because his whole goal is to get to the Archer Queen first, to engage the CC next, and hopefully take out that first IT really, really quick. So that was kind of in his mind what he was looking at, but that doesn't mean necessarily he's going to start the attack there. So you probably noticed like AQ walks are pretty popular now. More or less the majority of 3-star attacks all incorporate an AQ walk with healers. Well, it becomes harder when these air defenses, I'm just going to highlight them all around here, are a little bit further in, and when they're further in, unless you wall break yourself in and then you open yourself up to possible Infernos hitting you, possible royals coming to you, aggroing the CC too early. That's the only way to take these out. So this base is very discouraging for AQ queen walks. So instead of using an AQ queen walk, what Levi does is a Golem queen walk. So he's going to start his queen actually about right here, and then he's going to drop a Golem right there. Oh, that's a big blob. Oh well. So he's going to drop his queen right here, and he's going to drop his Golem pretty much on that elixir collector. And what's going to happen when he drops that Golem on the elixir collector? It's going to aggro the archer tower, the mortar, the wizard tower, and the cannon, which leaves his queen completely free to take out this, 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 and everything else I've marked before she starts to make her way counterclockwise up around the base. Okay? Once she makes her way counterclockwise up around the base, he drops another Golem just to make sure he's still shielding her, still protecting her, so she can take her time to just keep doing her thing around the section of the base. So pretty much what he's eliminated is a bomb spot and a Tesla, because a Tesla pops right there. And we know there's a bomb right there too. But what he's also done is he's eliminated a nice little chunk of the base. And instead of wasting, the 4 or 5 healers, which is what he would have needed in troop space, he's only wasted 30 troop space because he's only used 1 Golem, instead of wasting about 56 with 4 healers. So he's being efficient as well with that. The primary part of the attack comes right through here, and then he jumps into the core, and then what he does is he just blasts his hogs right here, and the hogs are just going to move right around the base perfectly. And he's just going to, drown him in heals. He's got a heal ready for him right here. He's got a heal ready for him here, and he's got a heal ready for him on the back end. So, without further ado, let's watch the replay, and hopefully it made sense. Hopefully you got a few tidbits out of it, and I'll be talking along the replay too, just to kind of re-emphasize exactly, how the attack went, and just some great technical points that Levi exhibits, and how he does the small things really, really well throughout the attack. Okay, so as you can see, we are at the base now, and let's go ahead and watch the replay, and let's see how Drogon wrecks this base. So he's really patient with this. He knows he's out of range of the high damage point defenses, so he just lets his queen just work it a little bit to save health for his Golem. So that was really the reason for the delay in the Golem drop. Just to give that Golem a few extra hit points before he puts him down. So now you see just working his way counterclockwise into the base on everything hitting that Golem. Easily handling it all. He's going to get held up a little bit on the storage, but he expected that. Drops the next Golem because he knows his queen is going to start pathing around. Some more point defenses going down as that Golem just kind of holds aggro and not taking much damage now because he's just got the archer tower, but he paths right into the middle. Great funnel with the wizards. If you notice the first wall breaker too, he did a test wall breaker there, just to make sure there wasn't a bomb or a spring trap, and there was a spring trap. So great technique from that point. You always have to do that. You got to drop those test wall breakers in there just to make sure that there aren't any traps there. So then he starts dropping his hogs, and right behind the hogs, if you notice, there's that little wizard right back there. That is huge. That is one of the fundamental things as a hog attacker you need to do behind your main pack of hogs, because that's usually the last place that they're going to go, is where they started from. Luckily, his queen actually pathed out of the base for some super weird reason. Who understands queen AI, but I'm pretty sure that's not how he expected or planned that raid to go. So his hogs still just working themselves around the base. He's got that last heal for that last spot. Like I said, he knew the Teslas were there. There are the bombs. So pretty much every corner, Tesla bomb, and that's what he's using all his heals for. So pretty much from now at this point, it's just cleanup. Still got a pup chasing him around, but that's really not going to do much damage. So great attack from Levi. This was a fresh hit too, if I'm not mistaken, actually. So technically, he was just kind of going in blind, just looking at the base and assuming everything was where he thought it was. So you could call this an AQ walk, a golem shield. You could call it a foxy hog. Several names for it. But hog riders are not dead, and especially in these compact bases where you can kind of feel out where the bombs and where the traps are and stuff. It's just a great go-to over Golaloon, and you do not have to use healers. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see any more of these type of videos, or if they were helpful for you, give it a like or leave something in the comment section for me. Thanks so much.